Nearly all of Gaza's population is struggling with food shortages and hunger, and 500,000 are projected to face catastrophic levels of hunger, according to a new report.
가자 지구 내 거의 모든 인구가 굶주림과 식량 부족 사태를 겪고 있으며 이 중 50만 명이 앞으로 재앙적 수준의 기아 상태에 직면할 것으로 예상된다는 보고서가 나왔습니다. Right, tell us more.
Well, it's obviously a very dire situation there. Gaza's population is roughly 2.2 million people, and as it says here, nearly all of them are struggling with food shortages and hunger. This new report was by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC. This is the global body that is responsible for declaring a famine.
Okay.
And they say that more than 340,000 Palestinians in Gaza are experiencing which is classified, their food insecurity and starvation is classified as catastrophe, which is a category just short of famine.
Okay.
And they're saying the number is expected to climb to 495,000 people over the coming 3 months by the end of the summer.
와, 굉장히 높은 단계의 지금 이제 심각성을 보여주고 있는 겁니다. famine 기아 바로 아래에 있는 게 이 catastrophic level이라고 합니다. 재앙적 수준의 기아 상태다라는 건데요. 지금 그 단계 가까이 가고 있다. 실제로 한 half a million people,
Roughly, yes.
50만 명 정도는 이제 이런 재앙적 수준의 기아 상태에 직면할 거다라고 합니다.
The Israeli government, they insist that they have facilitated the aid of entry into Gaza by land, air, and sea. Some human rights organizations disagree. So does the International Criminal Court. They're alleging that Israeli soldiers are using starvation as a weapon against civilians in Gaza. These, of course, are allegations that the Israeli government denies. The Israeli government, they blame Hamas for siphoning off aid that enters. Obviously, Hamas denies this, but Israel has also blamed UN agencies and aid groups for not effectively distributing the humanitarian assistance that does enter. So,
Well, while this blame game is going on, the people who need the food are not getting it.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a reason not to elect terrorist organizations to run your.
And Hamas is a terrorist organization.
Yes, it is.
As we know. Okay, so the people there are struggling.
They sure are struggling, having problems.
Yes.
And a lot of times you'll see struggling with something. So that can be people struggle with depression, people struggle with health, people struggle with substance abuse. You'll hear that. If you're struggling to do something, then you'll have a verb after. I'm struggling to figure this out. I'm struggling to lose weight. You'll hear something like that.
Sure. And sometimes I struggle to find the word.
Yes.
That's when I turn to you.
Okay.
And then you help me out.
I do my best. Sometimes I struggle with that as well.
struggle. 뭔가를 힘들어한다는 뜻인데요. 이게 이제 단순하게는 우리가 이 단어가 생각이 안 나네, 뭐더라 할 때도 쓸 수 있어요. I'm struggling to find the words or the word 이렇게 할 수 있고 아니면 정말 좀 심각한 상황을 가지고 내가 지금 이런 문제를 가지고 싸우고 있다라고 할 때도 I'm struggling with depression, I'm struggling with this really difficult situation 이렇게도 많이
And what you'll
씁니다.
notice is you're saying struggling with a noun. You struggle to, you have a verb next.
Yes, that's right. 그러네요. struggle to 동사, struggle with 명사 이렇게 씁니다. 여기서는 people in Gaza are struggling with food shortages. 지금 이제 식량 부족 사태라는 이 문제를 가지고 그것과 맞서 싸우고 힘들어하는 거죠. 굉장히 고생을 하고 있다는 뜻입니다. A lot of people are facing catastrophic levels of hunger.
If something is a catastrophe, it's a very, very bad situation where there's probably a lot of suffering, probably a lot of death as well.
Sure.
So as we mentioned, the way this organization classifies it, catastrophic, or it's classified as a catastrophe, it's one level short of famine, which famine is also a catastrophic level of hunger as well.
Obviously, yes.
It's the catastrophic level, the top level.
It's when people have no food at all.
Yes, and a lot of people don't have access to food, and it results in a lot of disease and death.
그렇습니다. catastrophe가 재앙이고요. catastrophic는 재앙적이다라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 재앙적인 수준의 굶주림, catastrophic levels of hunger라고 표현을 하고 있습니다. 다시 읽어볼게요. Nearly all of Gaza's population is struggling with food shortages and hunger, and 500,000 are projected to face catastrophic levels of hunger, according to a new report. Here's our next headline.
China's lunar probe Chang'e 6 has returned to Earth with the first ever samples from the moon's unexplored far side after a nearly 2-month-long mission which was fraught with risks.
중국의 달 탐사선 창어 6호가 많은 위기가 있었던 2달 가까운 임무 끝에 세계 최초로 채취한 달 뒷면 토양 샘플을 가지고 지구에 착륙했습니다. Okay, so now we have something we've never seen before.
It's something else, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So scientists, they're eagerly awaiting the samples that this lunar probe collected. They say it could answer key questions about how planets are formed. China is the only country that's ever landed on the far side of the moon, and they did so the first time in 2019. When we say the far side, it means the side which faces away from Earth.
Right.
And if something is unexplored, it means nobody's been there. So they talk about the Amazon. There is lots of unexplored terrain in the Amazon as well.
Absolutely. 자, 첫 번째 표현 지금 설명해 주셨는데요. 달에 아직 탐사되지 않은 그런 멀리 있는 쪽, 달의 뒷면, 그거를 the moon's unexplored far side라고 합니다. And of course, this mission was fraught with risks.
When we say something is fraught with, it's full of many bad things. So
Yeah.
normally you'll hear fraught with risks, fraught with problems, fraught with danger, fraught with difficulty.
Yep.
My example sentence that I guess I'll say it now.
Yeah, sure.
This is absolutely a true story. This was when I took a trip to Thailand years ago. The resort I stayed at was amazing, but getting there was fraught with problems. First, the
why?
bus broke down.
Oh no.
And then because the bus broke down, we got to the coast, like the pier where the boat takes you to the island. We got there late and a storm was coming in. So it was the most dangerous few hours on a boat I've ever experienced. It was shaking. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to flip.
Oh, dear.
And then getting from there, finally made it to the island, then getting to the resort, which had to take another boat in the rain. So you can see there was just so
So
many
many.
problems
Yeah.
just to get there. But once we got there, it was great. But the journey was
Yeah.
fraught with a lot of risks and danger as well, I could have
Sounds
said.
like it. Wow. 자, be fraught with something이라는 거는요, 무엇 투성이다라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 보통 문제가 많았다라는 느낌으로 문제 투성이었다 이렇게 많이 써요. Fraught with problems, fraught with 이 경우에는 이제 뭐라고 얘기를 하고 있냐면은
Risks, difficulties.
네, 이렇게
It's never
표현하고
good
있죠.
things. It's
No.
not fraught with love or something like that. You never
그렇죠.
hear that.
부정적인 표현입니다. 자, F-R-A-U-G-H-T 이렇게 쓰고요. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. China's lunar probe Chang'e 6 has returned to Earth with the first ever samples of the moon's unexplored far side after a nearly 2-month-long mission, which was fraught with risks. Here's our final headline.
A wax effigy of former U.S. President Abraham Lincoln, located in Washington, D.C., has melted as temperatures soared over the weekend in the American capital.
지난 주말 미국 워싱턴 DC의 기온이 폭염으로 치솟으면서 이곳에 위치한 에이브람 링컨 전 대통령의 밀랍 조형물이 녹아내리는 일이 있었습니다. So this particular statue,
Yeah.
effigy,
Yeah.
wax statue,
Yeah,
it was
statue.
outdoors.
Sure.
이게 실외에, 야외에 있는 밀랍 조형물이었거든요. So
And it's actually
yeah.
a candle. Like there's
Yeah.
wicks on it. People can light it, and then
Right.
I guess they're meant to blow it out before they leave. But it wasn't meant to melt in this way in this heat. But it has. First the head went and it sank backwards.
Yeah.
And then parts of his legs started dripping
The
and
feet.
yeah, right. So they're working on the head now. They're saying
Right.
it's gonna be reattached.
오케이. 이번 주 내로 지금 이제 머리 부분이 다 녹아내렸는데 다시 이제 만들어서 부착한다고 합니다. 근데 아무래도 이제 왁스로 만들었다 보니까 원래 초 역할을 하기도 하고요. 열에 좀 약한데 이게 밖에 있다 보니까 이번에 특히 너무 더워서 녹아내렸습니다.
It's just a tough look for a president that was shot in the head, and then his head melts first, right? So
Right.
the internet was full of all these kind
memes,
of yes.
yeah. All right.
I'm not trying to make light of it.
No. Right. Effigy is the first expression here.
So an effigy is like a statue or a carving of a famous person. I work in Gwangamun a lot, and you can see effigies there
Yeah.
to Sejong Daewang
Yep.
and
이순신?
yes, right there. I was
Yes.
name was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
But those are effigies.
그렇죠. 초상 그런 거를 이제 FG라고 합니다. 여기서 말하는 거는 뭐 그 에이브럼 링컨의 그 조형물을 말하는 거겠죠. EFFIGY 이렇게 쓰고요.
And that's the good meaning. You might also hear the phrase to burn in effigy.
Oh.
So this is usually during some protests. Protesters will make very rough little like models of like a usually you'll see this in countries, say they're protesting against the American military or something. They'll make like a dummy and then they'll have like a printed picture of the president's face,
Right.
and they'll put it on the dummy and then burn
it, yeah.
So that's called burning in effigy. It's like a way to show protest to somebody, to some figure. It's usually a politician.
네. 그러니까 이거는 뭐냐면은요. 그 미워하는 사람 내지는 뭐 반대하는 마음이 있는 그 상대를 가지고 조형물을 하나 만들어 가지고요. 뭐 아무래도 돌로 만들진 않겠죠. 태울 수 있는 정도의 그런 머티리얼로 조형물을 만들어서 시위할 때 다른 나라에서 이러는 모습들을 볼 수 있는데 일부러 만드는 겁니다. 그리고 이제 태우는 거예요. 사람들 보라고. 그럴 때도 burning an effigy라고 얘기를 하죠.
And those ones are not meant to look good. Like
No,
you go
no.
to Gwangamun,
Yeah.
they're beautiful statues.
Right.
But when they do it in that sense, if you hear it used that way, and you see it like, oh, they burned an effigy of the president, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't a very good statue or whatever model of the. It's not
Yeah.
meant to be.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is Guy Fawkes. In England,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
have something called, what's it called? Bonfire. No, gosh, I forgot the name now.
We have that. Oh, you know a lot about it. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's November 5th.
Yeah, burn a model of Parliament building.
Exactly, because this guy called Guy Fawkes, a long, long time ago, he tried to burn down the parliament, but he failed. And so every year on November 5th, they'll make an effigy, normally, sort of like a doll of him, and then they'll
Is it
burn
him?
it.
I thought it was of the Parliament buildings.
No, of him.
Oh.
And then they'll burn that effigy, I guess. Yeah,
okay.
but nonetheless. 자, 그리고 쏘 보겠습니다.
Like an airplane soars in the sky or a bird soars, go up very, very quickly, rise very quickly. So a lot of times, in this case, we're talking temperature. So it rose very quickly. We'll talk about prices soaring,
맞아요.
increasing very quickly.
급등하다, 올라가다, 치솟다. soar, S-O-A-R 이렇게 씁니다. 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. A wax effigy of former US President Abraham Lincoln, located in Washington, D.C., has melted as temperatures soared over the weekend in the American capital.